If you have to go dairy-free for whatever reason, whether it's down to your children's dairy allergy or dairy intolerance, or for health reasons, you'd be forgiven to think that you might feel really deprived and it could be really difficult to achieve. But I assure you that's not the case. There are some amazing, especially nowadays, healthy and very tasty alternatives to dairy. So I wanted to share with you some great swaps that you can have in your pantry so that you can easily live without dairy. So let's begin. Milk. I found actually replacing milk to be one of the easiest things to do. I now enjoy almond milk with my tea. I use almond milk and oat milk or even rice milk when I make pancakes and desserts. It's been very tasty. It's great with cereal. I think it even tastes better. For children who are over 1 and love formula and you want to take and you feel very reliant on that formula before bedtime, then what I recommend is using one of those dairy-free milks like almond milk or oat milk, and get a nice quality organic one if you can. And I would give that to your child and add a nice quality probiotic in there, and that good quality probiotic is really going to help that gut health as well, and they'll get some nutrients in the almond milk and some calcium from there. So those would be my milk alternatives. For things like yogurt, I go and make my own coconut yogurt, which is so easy. You need 2 ingredients. You need a culture starter and you need some coconut cream, and you mix that up, let it ferment for 24 hours, and you have a big stash of coconut yogurt, which is delicious and ridiculously healthy for gut health and immune system as well. So I use coconut yogurts. We rarely have it anyway unless I make my own, and then we'll add that to smoothies and mousses and desserts and things like that. For butter, for baking, replace butter with coconut oil. If your child is very sensitive to coconut oil or olive oil, a good quality organic sunflower oil is a good option as well, because some children are very sensitive to some of these ingredients. But I use coconut oil generally, and even tahini, which is a sesame paste, for cooking and baking. And you can use, of course, almond butters and nut butters as well. For chocolate, I make my own chocolate. It's literally just coconut oil, maple syrup, and cacao, raw cacao, and I mix that up in a bowl, and then I put it in the fridge to set, and that makes beautiful, delicious chocolate. Now, butter for spreading, I don't have an exact wonderful swap for that, but we really, since we've become dairy-free, we eat a lot of avocados, and avocados have amazing nutrients in there, far better than butter. I would recommend avoiding things like Nuttalex and margarine. These are very highly inflammatory, so if you can try and find whole food alternatives, that would be way better. I also use homemade dips as a spread, like hummus or baba ganoush or pestos, things like that can make food taste really good. In terms of cream, I don't use dairy cream. I use coconut cream in desserts. You can whip up coconut cream like regular cream. I put it in custards, in desserts as well. And I also use coconut cream and coconut milk for savory dishes like Indian butter chicken is delicious, by the way. Cheese dips, I'll just change it to other dips like hummus, baba ganoush, beetroot dips, vegan pestos, that kind of thing. And then ice creams, I make my own ice creams that are much healthier, take about 30 seconds of preparation. I literally just blend frozen bananas and some fruit and just blend that in a food processor, and it gets this gorgeous, beautiful whipped ice cream. And my kids can often have that for after school treats, or it's so healthy they'll even have it for breakfast sometimes. If you need to sweeten that up, I just put some raw honey or maple syrup in there as well. And then I wanted to introduce one last swap, and that's Parmesan cheese. And you may have heard of this, but this is nutritional yeast. So I use nutritional yeast a lot in my cooking because it's very high in B vitamins, and a lot of children are deficient in B vitamins, especially B12. So this is fortified with a range of B vitamins, It has zinc in there, which is wonderful for the immune system. So if you're making spaghetti bolognese or stews or casseroles, just take a small pinch of this, maybe a teaspoon, and just sprinkle it over the meal before you're serving, and you've just increased the nutrient profile of your child's dinner a lot. And as I say, some amazing nutrients in this, and this is an inactive yeast, so it's only beneficial for you. It can't do anything aside from giving great nutrients to your children and to your family. So I hope these swaps have been helpful, and really if you can take dairy out of your diet, you will see some wonderful health benefits. I think everyone pretty much suits a dairy-free lifestyle better, and they can get more nutrients in the process as well. So good luck, and I hope this has helped.